Yeah, I've done some demonstration models back to the magnets. So just going to put this on there for the time being anyway, and put the camera on the tripoders. And it's bloody humid today. I don't know if people up in Darwin can handle it. Maybe I need to go down a bit more. Yeah, maybe down a notch or two. Half a notch. Yeah, get it more personal, I suppose. So you can see things more clearly, I reckon. Yeah, how about that? A little bit more. Okay. So we basically keep going back to the egg. I think the reason this is more effective is because when it's up like this, it's away from the steel of the wheel sort of thing. So now, if we can get our magnets, we can, the wrong way around, we can push it. If we go from on the side, either side will push. It will push from one side to the other. It tries to turn. If we go directly on, it will go in a straight line. Now if we take that away and use our bar thing there, what we learn is basically what the bar does is it increases the width of the field out there. So in other words, it basically turns this width of magnet into this sort of width of magnet. So you get a bigger face basically, but also happens to have a bit of stability to it, but only on this small scale really, because once you try to get it into a bigger scale, so if I try to go from the side like here or from here, it gives it a little bit more stability. Okay, because that's not standing up on the edge, you see. If we did it like this, if we put something underneath here, if we can just stick another magnet that will stick there like that to hold it up, so it's got the same polarity there. Now it's up at an angle, you can see that it's going like that sort of thing. Okay, we've had enough with that. Now we get this one which we did earlier and put it on here and put it on the side. First of all, you think you're going to get really good, you know, like this. You think, oh, wrong way around. You're trying to repel it away, but it's very unstable. But remember, we did our iron filing magnets, and we found there's more of a force out on this end than that end. Now, so keeping that in mind, when you do it like this, you try and get stable on the disc. Now, if we do it here, we should actually get better stability doing it this way, which is quite amazing. Which, in other words, it's unstable this way because it's trying to force it that way, but we seem to get better motion stability in a straight line going that way when we do it that way, sort of thing. So that's something really interesting. So see, mainly because I think that point is trying to turn away, where the most of the force is out there compared to there. See, so we go here, we get syndicate. Anyway, now having said that, when we try to move on to something like this, yeah, one of these ones, I think. Don't get them wet if you can. It's too heavy, I think, but so I think what the next idea is to, still going back to the egg, I think we're going to have to start getting onto some super glue and now spreading them out sideways as well as forwards, and maybe not putting them as far, I don't know. You just need more magnets, that's all, and we'll get a little bit more heavy, or heavier. Well, if you halve the distance, you're going to double the weight, aren't you? Not quite. No, that's not quite true, is it? There's going to be some sort of mathematical relationship. So in other words, what you need to, I think, to do with your super glue is to spread it out sideways, but I think you're going to have to be putting it so it goes around the wheel at an angle. So you're basically pushing into the wheel at an angle sort of thing, but it's stepped up and canted. I think that's what it's called. Canted, is that what it is? So you're going to have something like this, but you're going to be only way you're going to be able to do that reasonably is with super glue, and you're going to have to sort of spend some time actually building a mock-up, which will probably be the next stage. I'll buy some super glue, and we'll run a few. I'll make a mock-up and see how it fits on the wheel, sort of thing. So I'll do something like that, and I'll mock it up with super glue, and we'll see how it fits on the wheel and how it functions, sort of thing. I think that will be the next stage forward. Anyway, that's enough for this video, I think. The only other thing I can say is you put a little bit of blue tack underneath one, it helps each one stick better, sort of thing. So, okay. Over and out for now. See ya.